Hey friends, this is Grace and welcome to video number 10. We are on the last layout for this series. I do 10 or 5 layouts when it comes to series just so I don't get bored with it. But I actually have a bonus layout for this particular series. When you start creating layouts with your scraps, you just can't stop. I don't know if you feel that way, but if you are not already a subscriber, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button so that you will be notified when I post the bonus content for this particular series. So this is going to be a double page layout, and as you can see, I am working with big papers, big scraps of paper. Now, because this is scraps, I don't have enough papers to cover the entire double page canvas here. So I am doing 4 particular papers that are large enough to cover at least half of each of the 12 by 12 papers. And I am trimming them down so that I can see a little bit of that white on on the papers. This is going to be a Halloween type of layout, and so the idea is that I'm going to have 4 panels here, 4 kind of mini layouts, if you can say that. I have 3 kids, and these are photos of their costumes. So my idea was that each of the panel will have 1 kid, and then the leftmost panel will have my large title. The large title will just say Halloween 2020, but I did cut the letters and the numbers out with my on my silhouette, and I pre-cut that. And my favorite font for cutting titles would be the font Impact, just because it's a large title with no fuss. Like, you can make it as fat as you want, and it doesn't have a lot of, flourishes or like little nooks and crannies. And so I like that, just because my intent is just to have a large title and not so much the design of the particular font, if that makes any sense. I did cut that out with some scrap of purple cardstock, just so that it will match the color theme of the Halloween that I'm going for. As you can see, I used black and like a little bit of the kind of beige with some circles with oranges on there, and also this orange dotted paper. So I'm going to put that on the left side, and that's going to house my title here. But before that, I am going to merge all of them together because I feel like they're 4 different panels, and I needed a way to combine them all. So I am going to cut this orange paper. Again, it's another orange paper, and then I'm going to just create a border on the bottom that spans the whole 3 pages. I'm not going to do the orange for the title just because it's orange already, but I will combine all the other papers with this border. And I think that's a good thing to do if you wanted to combine some papers together to kind of merge them if they're all in, different patterns. And so that's what I'm doing here. Now, I did create another kind of diagonal border here just to have a little bit more design. And one thing that I do is that when I have like mini kits for specific theme or specific what's the word I'm looking for, holiday. So I have a bag just full of different kinds of Christmas papers or different kinds of Halloween papers, and they're just I consider them like a mini kit, so that if I ever have a documentation with that specific theme, then I could just pull out that pack and then I could go to town with it. I don't have to go through all of my paper stacks or my embellishment stacks to find the elements that I'm looking for. And that has helped me a lot. So a lot of these papers and elements come from that particular bag. If you guys are interested in me showing you what I do or how I organize them, let me know and maybe I'll do a video about those kinds of mini kits. But they're very simple. It's just where I create a bag with all of those themed papers and stickers, and then if I have scraps, I put them in those particular bags as well so that they're all together, and it just makes life easier for me. Now I also cut some circles and some numbers because I had just put in my journaling in one whole block, so I kind of wanted to have it organized where if you're reading this, you know that that specific paragraph matches with kid number one, and then paragraph two, kid number two, and three with three, if that makes any sense. I've also found these really cute ghost design on Google. I just felt like it needed a little bit of embellishment, and I didn't need a whole lot. And I also wanted them to all be the same color so that there's repetition in my layout and it's not kind of like just a hodgepodge of things. And so I found this set of ghost in Google, and then I turned it into an SVG file, and then I cut that out, of course, in white. And so I used the backside of my pattern paper, my single-sided pattern paper for that. And I have a lot of those, so I'm going to just add that to my bag of Halloween so that I could use that for future Halloween themed layouts. So I decided that another thing that I needed to do for these photos to make sure that they stand out against the busy background was to mat them. So I will be matting all of these photos in white cardstock. I have a bunch of them just laying in my scrap rooms, so I'm going to just use that, and I'm going to mat all of these photos. And they are a combination of 3x4s, one 4x6, and then 2x3s. So my son, my oldest, he was a samurai, and he actually, no, actually I think I did. I bought that samurai like robe for him in Amazon. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't super expensive either. I think it was like 50 bucks or so. So I told him he needs to make use of that. So before he left on his mission, he actually wore that like maybe two more times, like two more, no, maybe like, I think it was like one more Halloween. So he's worn it like two times already. But he had that one. And then my youngest, he wanted to be a specific Ninjago. It's a Lego themed cartoons or element. And so we went on Pinterest and looked for ideas on how to make him his own Ninjago suit. And basically we got a like a Taekwondo or a karate type of costume, and it was black, and then I just added some felt green for the edges. I did sew that up there just so that it will stay on the clothes, and then I used some vinyl to create the elements on the clothes as well. And then for my daughter, her and her friends wanted to be different kinds of M&Ms, and so one of the girls' mom bought them the shirts, and then I cut out the M's with my, again, with my die cut machine, and I think I just cut that out with white paper. I can't remember if I used actual vinyl on that, but no, maybe I did vinyl. I can't remember. It's been, as you can tell, this is Halloween of 2020 and we're now in 2023. So I can't quite remember the specifics, but yeah, she and her friends were different kinds of M&Ms, and she also had a little Halloween party, or attended a Halloween party at one of the friends' house. So that was kind of fun for her. And so I'm adding the photos here. I'm just gluing them all. Since the panel where my daughter's pictures are, there's the four photos are all combine or are in a collage, I am just going to stick that on the top. And because of that, then her panel has the most room for the journaling. So that's where I'm going to add the journaling there. I will be inking the edges of this, and then I will also adhere my title. Again, it just says Halloween 2020, and I will be kind of overlapping the numbers for 2020 just so that it will kind of stay on that panel. Of course, it's going to overlap a little bit, but it's okay. Now I'm grabbing one of my small letter stickers, and I'm just going to spell the numbers, or no, I'm just going to add the numbers, sorry, of 1, 2, and 3. So I have those numbers here, and I'm just gonna grab these. As you can see, this is very old. It's a Dear Lazy sticker, and I have, I think, 2 sheets of this. So I'm just gonna add them here. So as you can see, there are the numbers, and they are actually, when I wrote them down, they're not in order. The number 2 story was on the top, and then the number 1 story was the last one. So that's, I guess that's another reason why I decided to do the numbering on there. Now at first, I decided that maybe I'll just do the 20, and then maybe make an apostrophe, but I didn't really like that because it just looks like it's number 20. So that this is when I decided I am going to overlap the 2's, so on the zeros, so that I will get the whole 2020 on there. And this is where it's all glued up. Again, all I need here is to do my embellishments. I decided to do my ghost with some foam adhesive just to make it stand out, and also because I am going to overlap that with some circles and the numbers. Now this circle actually is a leftover from when I created some bags with some Halloween themed papers. In my work, in my office, they do, sometimes they do those you've been booed type of things, and I was booed one time, and so I had to make some little crafty bags to add my, my little treats to give to other people in the office. And so this was kind of a leftover from that particular project, and so I'm just adding that here just because I have it, and it makes a good base for the numbers and also for the ghost. So that's what I'm going to do. I will be adding some stickers, simple story stickers, here to finish it off, but that's my layout. That's layout number 10. We've made 10 layouts using scraps. If you have not watched the rest of the video, please make sure to check out the playlist in my channel. And again, like I said in the beginning, there is a bonus, there are a couple of bonus contents for this particular series, so make sure that you subscribe, and if you have not hit that bell button, make sure that you do that so that YouTube will notify you when I post the next layouts or next projects. Until then, I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys when I see you. Bye.